Hello and welcome back to Thrash Metal for Turkish channel YouTube, and welcome to another album review. Today's album review is for the second full-length album from Canada's based heavy speed thrash metal band Warning Sign. It's titled Path to Destruction. It was released on April 1st independently on both digitally and physically, mostly at least physically would be CD. There definitely has been no vinyl release for at least any of their releases. So before I really get into the actual album, let me kind of go through again. They are Canadian. They are based out of Quebec City, Quebec. And they definitely had to have been formed sometime before 2013. Which in 2013 they had released their first release, which was an EP, and it was titled Wake the Dead. Then in 2016 they released their very first full-length album titled Left to the Sharks. And now this year they released, of course, their second full-length album, Path to Destruction. So, what can you expect from Warning Sign with Path to Destruction? Well, finally get into the actual album here. After giving their very first full-length album a listen, which was Left to the Sharks, oh my god. I think as far as comparison, there's definitely a change. The very first album definitely had more thrash metal influences, very similar to like Anthrax in some aspects. I mean, you still get some of that Anthrax influence, and as far as the influence for Anthrax would be the first two full-length albums. And here you definitely still get some of that. But in comparison, this album is actually really fucking good. Clocking in at 47 minutes here. And this album is chock full of flaming scorchers and is filled with plenty of hooks and vocal performances from, of course, Maxime Bellew, who also shreds like a beast on this album. And again, he is, as far as vocally, a lot of people seem to definitely compare him to Joey Belladonna, but I also can hear a little bit of, at times maybe Tony Moore, at times maybe a little bit of Riot, and maybe even also at times maybe Mike Howe of Metal Church and Heretic. They definitely within that vein, and he just he really elevates a lot of these songs here. I mean from songs like the opener, Redemption, Escape, Broken and Bare, and of course the title track, and even the song Children of the Sun, which again, these are just straight up fiery street burners that are all accompanied by killer leads and everything. I mean, there's a lot of that dual guitar stuff on this album, and it's just fantastic, and it just works great for this album. Then, of course, you have galloping monsters like Hand of Fate and the Eye of the Storm, which are just fantastic as well. And then, of course, you have the Fist in the Air metal anthem that is Hell on Wings. Of course, the album ends with the epic 8-minute and 19-second that is Heavy Lies the Crown. So pretty much this album has it all. Oh my fucking god, this is just a fucking great album from start to finish. So here, since it was relatively short, at least as far as my rundown of the album, it's a fucking, the rating is 10 out of 10. And then again, like I've just stated, this album pretty much has it all. If you are a fan of bands like Metal Church, the very first two albums from Anthrax, Riot, Heretic, I might have said before as well, Obsession, and maybe Heathen, and so some of those bands, or Law's Rocket, You'll definitely enjoy this album. I mean, as far as comparison to the first album, I think this one has a lot of hooks to it. It's a lot more constructed well, and definitely has more power metal and more traditional or speed metal influences on this album than on the very first album, Left to the Sharks. This one is just a straight up blast to listen to. I mean, compared to some of the other albums that I've listened to so far, I've rated pretty much 10. Oh my god, I would put this right next to like Ambush's Infidel, or even the fucking you know what? Goddamn, I just kind of forgot one of the bands already that I also gave a pretty good, almost close to a 9 out of 10 or so. I think I was thinking of. Oh god, you know what? It doesn't even matter who the band is. You know, as I might have just already named them already, or linked their band name on here. They had released another great album this year. So with that, before I start making myself look more like an ass in this video, this is a great fucking album. Again, if you're a fan of the aforementioned bands, this is an album you should definitely seek out and listen to. Again, I have linked you links to their Bandcamp page, so you can definitely check them out, and which will be in the description box below. So with that, I hope all enjoyed. This is Every Thrash Side Sam out, and I'll see you all later. Take care, everyone.